Hi everyone, my name is Don from Excel Tennis, and today you join me from my quite small and messy kitchen. But these videos can be done anywhere, so I guess this is as good a place as any to do them in. Today's session is all about movement, so we're going to make sure that we're getting ourselves warmed up before we do anything too intense. Alright, so in a minute I'm going to cut towards a camera that shows kind of what's happening around me on the floor. Alright, and then we'll get started. Right everyone, what I'd like you to do is find two markers. I'm using two shoes here. I've got shoe number 1 on my left side here, and shoe number 2 on my right side over there. Right, if you remember from last week, we are going to start in our ready position. So I'm on my toes, my feet spread apart there, arms in the middle. When I call out number 1, we're going to move over to object number 1, give it a tap, and return back into the middle between the two shoes or whatever objects you're using. If I say number 2, we're going to go to the other one. Across, down, tap, and back. It's going to be nice, light on our feet, really quick moving out to the object, really quick moving back to recover into the middle. Alright, so fetch whatever objects you're going to use, put them not too far away from you, alright, and then follow along with me. Okay, so I'm in my ready position in the middle. We're going to go number 1, so across, down, tap, and back. And number 1 again. Back. Number 2. Number 1. 1. 2. 2. Alright, notice I'm always facing forwards. I'm not turning to move. I'm staying facing out in front of me. If you're on a tennis court, it'd be so I can see what's happening over on the other side of the net. Alright, if I'm standing this way, I can't see what's going on in front of me, so I'm always facing forwards. Right, we'll do a few more. We're going to go 1. 1. 2. 1. 1. 2. 1. Brilliant. Alright then, so on a tennis court, obviously you won't just be moving side to side, there'll be a bit of forwards and backwards motion in there as well. So all I'm going to do is bring my shoes and I'm moving forward slightly. There we go. And now that movement will be going forwards, tap, and back. Forwards, tap, and back. Notice as I move, I'm still always facing out in front of me. Okay, let's start. Okay, in my ready position. Let's go number 1. Tap and back. Number 2. Number 2. Number 2. Number 1. Number 1. 2. 2. 1. 1. 2. 1. 1. 2. Brilliant. Right then, hopefully you're feeling your heart go a little bit now. Finally, I'm going to get 2 more objects. Funnily enough, they're shoes. Okay, so this time around I've now got 4 shoes. I need to give them a number 1 to 4. So what I'm going to do is, starting on my left, I'm going to move around clockwise. Okay, so this is going to be number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. So if you want to grab whatever objects you're using, make sure you've got 4 of them in this pattern here. Look to your left and start counting 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I'll give you a moment now just to pause the video and get that done. Alright, and then hit play when you're ready. Right then, so same again, we're moving to whichever number I call out. If it's the one closer to me here, side, down, tap, and back. If it's the ones out in front, we're diagonally moving, tap, and back. Again, we're always recovering back to this point here. Alright, let's go number 3. 2. 4. 1. 4. 1, 4, 2, 1, 3, 4, 1, and 2. Perfect. Right, everyone. That's it for our warm-up. Join us for the next video and we'll be starting to introduce the ball.
Hi guys, hope you're well. Tom from KBF Tennis Club and Excel Tennis Academy. We're going to do some body and ball exercises today. So if you can find a ball, if not, you can use something around your house. So you've got some oranges or teddy bear, anything you want. So all we're going to do is start with, going to practice throwing the ball up in the air and catch. Okay, very nice and easy. Really trying to keep an eye on the ball, not too high. Up into the air and catch. Up into the air, catch. Okay, and the other way, the progression, can you now throw up and clap before you catch it? Okay, see how many you can do. Keeping your eye on the ball, making sure the ball's not going too far away from you, not trying to throw it too high. You want to break mum's china vase. And have a go at that. Okay, another progression, for those of you who still find it a bit easy, 2 balls. Okay, both balls are going to go up at the same time, catching back in your hands. Okay, nice and easy, watching the ball, up and catch, up and catch. Obviously the balls will go at different heights and different levels, so trying to really watch both balls, but right down into your hands, up and catch, up and catch. Okay, this time, if you want to bounce them down, this one's quite tricky as well. So 2 balls again, can you use the palm of your hand, hitting both balls down at the same time? Have a go. Wow. Right, this time, moving on, you're going to use 2 balls, but you're going to put 1 on the floor. Okay? And this is about coordination, so using your feet this time and your hands. Okay, it's a little bit trickier. We're going to put our left hand on the ball and our left foot on the ball. Okay, as I swap the ball to my right hand, I'm going to swap feet. Okay, let's have a go. So it goes swap, swap, swap. Can you do it faster? Trying to keep your eye on the ball that you're catching, obviously, but also coordinating your feet so you're landing with the same foot as the hand. Right, keeping 1 ball on the floor, 1 ball in your hand. Can you now rotate the ball around your body? Okay, so changing feet on the ball and moving the other ball around your body. Okay, let's have a go. So getting around our body. Keep watching the ball on the floor, tapping it with your toes and passing the other ball around your back. Around your back.
Hello everyone and welcome back to part 3. Now this time we're going to need to grab ourselves a racket. Again, as always, if you've got a racket, fantastic. If you don't have a racket, you can grab yourself something like a big book such as this. Now what I've done here, so I've got my tennis ball, again, tennis ball, pair of socks, anything like that, and I've actually set up 2 markers on the floor. So I've got marker number 1 here and I've got marker number 2 there. So I'd like you guys to do the same now. So maybe have a little hunt around the house, or maybe use something you've used in an earlier video. So marker number 1 is here, marker number 2 is there. Excellent. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to pop my tennis ball on the floor, and I'm going to find a good balanced position, ready position, in the middle of my 2 markers, just behind them, with the ball on the floor, as I said. Now, for this exercise, we're going to try and keep nice and balanced. I'm going to try and keep my feet still throughout the whole exercise. So, I've got my racket, I've got my ball. If I shout number 1, you're going to try and go around number 1 marker with the ball, but keeping our feet still. So number 1, we're going to have to try and move around there. Excellent. And then if I shout number 2, we're going to try and go around number 2 marker on the other side. So number 2, we're going to go around that marker and then back to the middle. Alright, so here we go. So good ready position, ball in front of you like so. Okay, here we go. So number 2. So we're going to go around number 2 marker. And back to the centre. Back in ready position again. Here we go. Number 2 again. Number 2 again. So we're going to go round that one. Fantastic. And good. Okay, so we keep control of that ball as we go. Alright, oh, mine's rolled away. There we go. So ready position. Number 1. So we're going to go around number 1. And back to the middle again. That's it. Ready position. Here it comes. Number 2. Super stuff. And keeping it nice and controlled back in that ready position. So in this, I'm keeping my feet still, so I'm really, really balanced as I'm moving that ball. You might need to lean across a little bit, but we need to make sure we keep that good balanced position with our feet, so we're not having to take those steps. We're going to keep in a good, strong position. Got my knees bent as we did last week as well. Correct. On my toes and a good, strong position. Here we go. We're going to go 3 more. Number 1. So round we go. Round number 1. Excellent. I'm ready again. Here we go. Number 2. Round number 2. There we go. Ready position again. And final one. We're going to go number 2 again. Excellent work. Right then. So, moving on now. What we're going to do is we are actually going to move with the ball. So if I shout number 1, we're still going to go around the number 1 marker. If I shout number 2, we're still going to go around the number 2 marker, but I'm going to move with the ball. Now, when I move across, I'm going to make sure I'm always facing forwards, and I'm always going to try and keep the ball out in front of me. So I'm not going to head around facing down. I'm going to see if I can keep looking up as I go, and we're going to move with the ball around the marker that we shout at. So I just have to move this one a little bit here. And that one a little bit there. Here we go. So we're going to start in the centre. Ready to go. So remember, you're going to move with the ball around your marker. So if we go for number 1, so I'm going to move with the ball. That's it. And then I'm going to head back obviously to the centre after we finish. Here it comes again. So number 2. So we're going to move with the ball. Keep the ball out in front. There we go. And then back to the middle again. Right then. Number 2 again. 2, so I'm going to bring the ball with me. And right, here it comes. Number 1. There we go. Here it comes again. Number 1 again. Keep it nice and under control. Keep it close to the racket. Here it is. Number 1 again. Get around that ball. There we go. There it is. Number 2. Nice and close. Oh, a little bit faster that one. We're going to go 2 more. We're going to go number 2 again. Round we go, and final one is number 1. Excellent. Well done, guys. So what I'd like us to do now is we're just going to pick the ball up, and in a second we're going to try and balance it on the racket like so. So exactly the same exercise, but marker 1 and marker number 2. If I call out number 1, obviously we're going to go around that marker, but we're going to see if we can keep the ball balanced as we move around. So we're going to move around and then back to the centre obviously afterwards. If I shout marker number 2, we're going to go around that one. Again, same idea, having that racket balance, well the ball balance on the racket shall I say, as we go around. So again, take your time, especially to start with, just to make sure we keep the ball under control, and we can start to go a little bit faster later on if you're feeling confident. Okay, so we're going to start in the centre, good position again, racket with the ball on top. Here we go, so we can keep it nice and balanced. And we're going to say number 1. So we're going to see if we can hit around number 1. And back to the middle, right there. Number 2 this time. That's it, well done. Okay, going to go number 2 again. So go around number 2. That's it. So lots of little steps here to get around the marker. Number 1. That's it. And number 1 again. Around the number 1 marker. There it is, number 2. Fantastic. Number 2 again. That's it. So remember, I'm always facing forward, always got my head up. When we're playing the game of tennis, we want to make sure we can see the ball at all times. We want to keep it out in front of us. Here it comes. So number 2. Number 1. Oh, a bit quicker, a bit quicker. Number 1 again. That's it. And last 2 goes. Number 1. And final one is number 1 again. Number 1 again. Excellent. Whoa. Got a bit fast at the end there. Hope you guys kept up all right. So now we're going to do one final exercise for this, this part of the session. So it's going to be a tap up. So we did tap ups at the end of last week in the challenge, if you guys remember. So guys, just start by getting the ball going. And again, same exercise. You're going to have to go round the marker that I showed. So if I show number 1, I'm going to try and go around this marker here. If I show number 2, I'm going to go around this marker here. Now, if anyone would like an added challenge, instead of just going around the marker, you've got to go a full circle around it. So you'll have to do probably 1.5 circles in total. So as I go around number 2, so I'm going to go round as a whole circle as I go around it. Okay, same for number 1, it's going to be a whole circle back to the middle. Alright, so that's if you want a bit of an extra challenge, or if you want to just go around the 1 time, that's absolutely fine as well. But obviously, we're going to keep the ball tapping up into the air. Here we go. So we're going to go tap ups here. So number 1. So I'm going to do the once around to start with. We got number 2. Excellent, well done. Back to number 2 again. Number 2 marker. Excellent. Okay, so I'm actually now going to try the whole circle now. So I'm going to go right the way around. Here it comes. Here we go. Number 2. So I'm going to go all the way around. 1.5 times. Here it comes. Double loop. Here it comes. So we're going to go number 1. So once round. Twice round. There it is. And back to number 1 again. That's it. All the way around. Back to the centre. Good job. Here it comes for number 2. That's it. Keep those lines. Fast feet as we go around, and we go 2 more. We're going to go number 1 to start with. That's it. And finally, number 2. Number 2. Ooh, all the way around. And back session. Excellent job, guys. Well done. Hello guys, and welcome back to part 4. As you know, we like to do a bit of a challenge in part 4. So give everyone a chance to try some along with us in the video, and then obviously you can give it a go in between the sessions as well. Hopefully you guys will see in part 3. So the challenges are based around some of the exercises in part 3. So first one's first is I need my 2 markers over here. So I've got marker number 1 on this side, number 2 this side, and I've got the ball in the middle. So the first one, ball on the floor, you've got to go around 1 marker, doesn't matter which one, around 1 marker, that gives you 1 point, around the second marker, and then straight back to the first one you went round, and so on and so on. So we're going to keep going round and round both of your markers, get 1 point for every marker you go round, and you've got 30 seconds. So I'm going to go now, I'm going to time it, see how many you guys can do. Here we go. Are we ready? In 3, 2, 1, go. 1. So the ball's got to go around the marker. You don't. So you've got to keep the ball going around. 4, 5, 6, 7. Then we're going to keep facing forward halfway through your time. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and stop there. Okay, my score was 13. How about you guys? How did you do? So the second part of this challenge is going to be balancing the ball on the racket. Same idea. This time, you have to go around the marker. So obviously you've got the ball in the racket, that's fine, but you yourself have to go around the marker to score yourself the point. Again, 30 seconds. Are we ready? 3, 2, 1, go. 1 point. Oh, how fast is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got to keep that racket nice and level so the ball stays on. 8, here we go, 10 seconds left. 9, 10 for me. 11, and drop it, not a problem, just keep going. 13, and stop, time's up. Now I think I got 12 on that one. Now I did drop the ball, but that's absolutely fine. If you drop the ball, you pick it up, pop it up on the racket, and you can keep going, that's absolutely fine. Now then, to the last part of the challenge, we're going to go back to the old tap-ups again. Same as before, same rules as the last one. You yourself have to go around the marker. Got to get as many as you can in 30 seconds. Are we ready? I'm going to start it by bouncing 3, 2, 1, go. 1 point to me, 2, 3 to me. How are you getting on over there? 4, 5, am I going to get my feet all the way around the marker? 6, keep that ball tapping. Oh, it's quite difficult. 10 seconds left. 7, 8, 9, 10, and stop there. Time's up. How many did you guys get? So I got 13 as I rolled it on the floor, the ball went around. I got, I think, 12 when I was balancing the ball, and I got 10 when I was bouncing the ball and had to go around the marker. So if you'd like, obviously you can give yourself a bit of a chance to see how many you can get in your own time between the sessions, and hopefully we'll see you all next week.